Hi, welcome to my brand new YouTube channel, The Paper Turtle. My name is Mary, and I am so glad you're here, and I'm so excited because this is not only my very first video, it is also my very first junk journal flip through. I have been making junk journals for only a short time, and excuse me while I adjust you a little bit. For only a short time. The ones that I have made were what I consider practice, I guess. This one I made for a gift for someone, so I hope it's worthy of her. So I'm just gonna do what I hope will be a fairly quick flip through and post this very first video and see how it all plays out. I also have a brand new Etsy shop called the Paper Turtle Shop, and I will, if I can figure it out, link it below. If I can't figure it out, just search the Paper Turtle Shop. There's not much in there right now, but I will be selling some junk journal supplies because I have tons and tons and tons that I have been picking up, and I need to make some room so that I can buy some more and maybe recoup some of my expenses so that I can buy some more. Okay, so anyway, this is my journal, and I had originally envisioned a beautiful woman theme, or elegant women, or something to do with women theme. I think it might be came across that way. Let me know what you think. I would appreciate any and all comments, suggestions, anything, good, bad, ugly, everything. Because I'm new at both videoing and junk journaling, and I'm learning, and I would like some feedback. So thank you for any comments that you want to give me. This is, believe it or not, a Reader's Digest book. I found these beautiful Reader's Digest books at an estate sale. They had hundreds of them. I'm not kidding you. You would have loved it. And most of them had nice covers on them. I only bought a few because I was limited on funds and space and everything, but I wish I could find the thrift store or wherever they donated the rest of them to. I hope they didn't throw them away. But there were a lot of them, and they were really pretty. So this is one of them, and I obviously put some trim on there. I have 3 signatures. My spine is a cardboard covered with fabric. And on the back is some GIMP, some more narrow trim. I have book corners, and the clasp is a button with a shank on it. And all I did was I made a hole, and I put the shank of the button through the hole, and then I tied my fabric strip to the shank. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's how I did that. It was hard to find a button that had a long enough shank to go through this book because it's a little bit thick, but I kind of like how it looks on the front and how it came out. So I'm going to practice a little bit more with that type of closure. My dangly thing here, when I made my spine, I forgot to put a hole in it and forgot to put something to add a dangly thing onto. So there's just a pinhole in there, and I attached it with some fishing line. I don't know. I wasn't sure how else to accomplish this. So anyway, I made this tassel. There's some ribbon and stuff in here, and these are fabric strips from, remember the $5 rag rugs made in India that we got at Five Below and tore apart? That's what some of these are from. Very pretty fabrics, and I had so much fun tearing that rug apart. I have a bag full of fabric strips that I like to use. And then this is from an old necklace that I took apart, and I added a couple of other charms. Here's a cameo. This I think was maybe an earring, and a couple of other little beads that I added to that. All of my materials in my junk journals are found materials. Everything is reused and recycled. I do not buy kits. I don't buy coordinated stuff. There is scrapbook paper in here that I have had for years and years. But everything else is reused, recycled stuff. Oh, the book corners are new too. I did buy those because you can't find those in a thrift store. If I ever do, I'll grab them, but that's new. And the glue is new. Everything else is reused and recycled. So, the front of the book, this is the original, what do you call, faceplate paper? I'm not sure what you call that, but I'm sorry, I'm going to adjust because I can see that I'm not totally in camera. Excuse my videography. I'm new to this and I'm just trying it out and learning how it works. So, okay, there's a front pocket with a tag. I got my images from various different places. This one is from a Victorian style planner that I found in a thrift store. Had gorgeous images in it. There's a few of them in this book. And I just made the tag out of scrapbook paper. And my fibers, this stuff that I have, is left over from years ago. It was really big in scrapbooking. And I am a hoarder, so I acquired quite a bit of it. And now I'm finding a use for it because I never actually used it back then. And this is a corner pocket with a postcard. This was a plain postcard. It had the stamp image on it, and this is a stamp that I have that I just stamped on there and drew a line down there to make it look like a picture postcard. And I added this. These images are from a Life magazine. It was a 50th anniversary of Life magazine. One of those big retrospective magazines from, I think, 1984. And it had a whole bunch of series of images of women over the years. And I tried to include the date on each of them. And this one was from 1890. So I have several of these images in this book also. And this is a vintage button. I pick up buttons at thrift stores and estate sales all the time. I have a ton of them. My mother actually collects buttons, so I let her go through them first and take out the ones that she wants, and I use the rest in my journals. This is an applique. I believe it might have been a napkin or maybe a tablecloth. I don't really remember, but I made it into a flip. A stamp that I have. This was my first attempt at coffee dyeing. They came out very light, but I like it. I like the look that it has. So I'm using a few of those papers, and I need to coffee dye, or maybe I'll try tea dyeing or Kool-Aid dyeing or something next. We'll see. And a doily. And this was, remember when you could buy computer paper that had like borders on it, and you just run it through your computer when you're printing out a letter or something? That's what this is. And I coffee dyed it. And this is a bag that I just put an image on. I also have a lot of images from art books. I love the artwork, paintings, and I don't know anything about art, but I just love them and I like to use them in my journals. And this is just a tag for journaling on. I hope if the person that's going to receive this really likes it, because if they watch this and don't think it's something they like and then they end up getting it for Christmas, they might be disappointed. But maybe they'll like it. This says, "Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful." It's just a journaling card. I wanted to leave space for them to do a lot of journaling and to add their own photos or whatever that they want to do in here. This is a piece of printed vellum with some lace. And this is a pocket, another button. It's not real vintage, but it's cute. These, I love this. This was I guess it was a journal that I found, and it has all these Victorian pictures in it, and there were several pages that on one side had this what do you call these, dress forms with these pretty dresses and a girl's name on the top. And then the writing space was on the back side of it. So I have several of these in here also because I really love them. And this is a card, a playing card from a deck of cards that is all kings and queens. And that's the back of it. Nothing too fancy there, but I loved the all the images on the cards. So there's several of those in here also. And this is a journaling spot. She can take it out, journal on this side or this side, add pictures, whatever she wants, and then it just tucks right back in here. And she can also use this as a pocket to add more things if she wants to. I guess I should have cut that a little bit more narrow, but so it would slide in better, but it's okay. And this was just some leftover scrapbook paper that I had. This is a belly band over here with a journaling card with a Victorian image on it. I don't remember what kind of book I cut this out of. I used several different sources for my images. And this page here is from that Victorian planner that I found. And they had really pretty borders on the pages. So I liked that. This was from the art book, and it's just a journaling card. And some more buttons. And I have lots of laces and trims. It's from the art book. And if I could, I put the name of the artist and the name of the painting on it. This is called The Love Letter by Francois Boucher. And this is an envelope. Whoops. Put that back in there. This is just a journaling card, and the image is from the Life book, Life magazine. And it's 1986, that image was. Well, the magazine must have been 1986. And then this was also from that Life magazine. That one's 1946. And some tiny little tags just for add a picture or some tiny journaling, or just leave them in there for decoration, whatever. Some ledger paper with stamp on it. And the Tim Holtz, everybody calls them paper dolls. I guess that's what he calls them. To me, they're not paper dolls, they're images, but okay. And I just added these little hearts on the ends of the stitching thread. And a pocket. These images, I love these. These came from a piece of scrapbook paper. And let me see if I have the name of that, because it's, it was so much fun. No, I don't. This is the paper. Look at all those images. And I've cut out quite a few of them. The back is just that, but I love these. Can you see all those? That is just so cool. Love that paper. So that's what that's from. And this is a journaling card. This is a, what did they call it? A vocabulary card. I bought this whole big box. Box was probably about this big, full of these. They're not really cards. They're very lightweight paper. But what they are is on one side, it has the German word. And I really hope I'm in focus there. Is the German word, and on the other side is the English word. And they are so that you can learn German. Or so the German, if you speak German, you can learn English. I'm not sure what it was meant for, but either way, it has German and English on it. And so I went through the box and I found some words that I thought might be appropriate for this book here. And I really have to kind of empty the box out and stuff because it's very, very dirty and dusty. But I thought that was a really fun find to stick those in there. And another stamp. I found this set of stamps. I think they were old, maybe, don't quote me, maybe Stampin' Up! Stamps. Found them in an antique store. And it was the owner of the store's wife who was selling them. She had a whole bunch of scrapbook supplies, creative memory supplies, and a whole bunch of Stampin' Up! Stamps. And this was the set, and it was also that postcard stamp that I showed you on the postcard earlier was in that set. Very cool. I loved it. This, I'm not crazy about this because I think it's a little bit too busy, but it's an envelope. And then inside the envelope, this is another image from the Life magazine. That one's 1872. And then I put another little envelope on top of here. And these were little, I think they were maybe thank you cards or place cards or something. Gift cards, I think they were. And I put a painting image on there, and they have lots of room for journaling. And I love these little envelopes. But I think the placement of this is a little bit too busy, but it's there, so it's staying there. This is an image from the Life magazine. Just a little journaling spot. I have a, it's kind of like craft paper envelope. And this is from the Life magazine. And then this is also from the Life magazine, this image. And it's just a tag made from a scrapbook paper. This is from the Victorian Journal. Well, from the Victorian Journal. Isn't that pretty? I think that's really gorgeous. And this is from the Life magazine. That's Lucille Ball. We love her. And this just opens up for some journaling space, or to put pictures or whatever. And there is a spot for a tag. And that one is 1940 from the Life magazine. I had a lot of images from that magazine for this journal. And at the end, maybe if I have it handy, which I do, I'll show it to you so you can see, keep your eye out for it at an estate sale or thrift shop or something. And this page just has a little lace tuck spot and some journaling cards. And this is the patterned vellum. Just a piece of coffee dyed paper. My a doily. And another corner tuck spot with another of the Victorian Journal pages. And then there should have been another one of these up here somewhere. What did I do with it? Did I skip it? I hope I didn't lose it. I don't know what I did with it. Oh no, this is the first. We're still in the first signature. Never mind. Just ignore that. Okay, this is an altered paper clip that I made. It's kind of plain and simple, not too fancy, but it's kind of fun to make those and stick them in the books. And then this is the start of the second journal, or the second signature, sorry. Just a tag to journal on. This is a little lace flip up. Put some hidden journaling under there, or whatever. You should just leave it like that. If you can't see this, it says, "Every day is a special occasion." That came from a scrapbook paper. Stamp, a heart doily on this one. And this is a piece of wallpaper, and it's kind of textured. It's very nice. I got that in a swap. And this is just a little journaling card with music paper on the background and some lace and a little medallion thingy, charm, whatever. And this one is celebrate, and the German word for it. This is a piece of patterned vellum, a little bit of bling on it. And this is just a flip up for journaling. And one of the Tim Holtz dolls. I figure she could write on the back of that one. That one's kind of cute. And then another flip up for journaling. There's a pocket here. You can put something in. This is from the Life magazine, and that's 1960. I love her. And this is just a journaling card. On one side it says "She said," and on the other side, that's from a children's book. And then my ledger paper. There's another fabric flip. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This was coffee dyed, and it's got the, you know, the little staining mark on it. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I know that It gives it that vintage look and everything, but sometimes I look at that and I just think that looks dirty, and I want to cover it up. But I'm going to leave it and see if she likes it. We'll see. Maybe, hopefully she'll be honest about these things. This is another envelope and another one of the playing cards. And I didn't realize when I put this particular card in this pocket that this painting is a Mary Cassatt. I don't know art, so I'm not familiar with artists. I don't know how you say her name, but it's her painting called The Loge from 1882. And this envelope and a little spot for something. I should put something in there, but I wanted to leave some space for her to put her own stuff in. And this is from the Victorian calendar, planner, whatever it was. Some lace. This one, I thought we needed some modern women in there. I guess she's some kind of lady of the lakes. Maybe from a medieval, one of those, what do you call them? Where you go and everything is medieval fair. Everybody's eating those big old turkey legs and stuff. I don't know. And this is from the Life magazine. Joan Diener. I don't know. Little Tim Holtz doll there. This is 1930 from the Life magazine. I thought she was kind of cool. So you can see I have lots of journaling spaces in here, so I hope that she is able to use this. This is ledger paper with stamps, and this is another altar paper clip. And this is a pull-out card. Oh, it was stuck in there. She can journal on both sides. And it has another image from my scrapbook paper. Right there. A little bit of lace. And another lace tuck spot. And this is an actress from the Life magazine. And I don't know her name. I don't know who she is. But I thought she was an elegant woman, so I put her in there. And this is another side of that printed vellum. Doily. And I love this tag. I loved how this came out. This is cut from the front of a pattern, a vintage pattern, and I used some of the actual pattern on the background. And I thought that that came out really good. That's one of my favorite tags in the book. And I thought she went well with the daisies, kind of 60s-ish. And that's the second signature. Now this is the beginning of the third signature. And I also loved this. This is the first time that I've made one of these. And I thought it just came out so cute, and I really like it. So I'm going to be making some more of these. And it's just a little fold out, and I put 2 pieces of the coffee dyed paper on each side for journaling, and they're glued down, but I put some washi tape on there for decoration. And I don't know why I love this so much, but I do love how it came out. And some more stamps and some lace, belly band with I guess it's a guest check with some washi tape, and it's an image from the Life magazine. The doily, flip out, washi tape here. And this is another flip out like this. That one has a pocket here. I put a couple of little, oh, I don't know if you're in frame, a couple of little tags in there. And also there's a pocket on the top. And this is from this image here. I love this. I have a couple of these in here too. From the replica of the Sears, the old Sears catalog. I'll show you that too when I'm finished. It's got some really, really fun images in it. If you happen to find one of those at an estate sale or somewhere also, grab one of those. They're really fun. And another fabric flip up. This is from a 1970s Good Housekeeping magazine. I don't know if you're old enough to remember these commercials and these ads where the two women show their hands and you have to guess which is the mother and which is the daughter. I thought it was kind of funny. But the mother is only 34, and they're talking about her having young-looking hands. Well, she should. She's only 34. But I thought that was cute and very reminiscent, so I put it in there. The person that's getting this is a little bit older than I am, so she'll appreciate it. And then this is also from the Good Housekeeping magazine. I love that image. This how he's dressed, and how she's dressed like this, and she's baking chicken or whatever. I thought it was just, I liked it. And then this is just a journaling card from some scrapbooking paper. I think it might be Graphic 45, I'm not sure. Not positive. Don't quote me on that either. And then this is from, I think from the Good Housekeeping magazine also. And this was also from an ad in the back of that magazine, which I thought was a pretty cute image. I love those old magazines. I get them whenever I can find them. And this one is just another one of those little cards with a piece of artwork on the front of it. It's tucked in there. Another one of the images from the scrapbook paper. And another paper clip with one of those images on it. This is another pull-out flip-up. I liked this. This was scrapbook paper that... Goodness gracious, I need to fix those, I guess. I'm going to make it just a little bit more narrow. I don't know. I don't want to make it too narrow because then it won't be enough room to write anything. And another, this one is Gloria. Very pretty. That was a fun book. I still have some images in it that I'll be using on future journals. Some vellum, a doily, some Holstein, lots of journaling space, and a pocket in the back. This is also from the Sears catalog that I will show you. This is very cute. And for the back closure, I just put a hole in the book and tied the thread on there. Now, other journals that I have made that are not so thick as these Reader's Digest books, I've put a eyelet in there to keep that closed, but I didn't have an eyelet that was thick enough to fit in there. So, this is my very first flip through and first journal that I'm going to give someone as a gift. Before I go, I want to show you that magazine and that catalog, because you need to keep your eyes out for these because they have wonderful images in them. And there's so much fun to go through and even just to look at. So this is the Life magazine. Let me see if you can see the whole thing. It is fall of 1986, and it's the special anniversary issue of Life 50 years. And it has, even just on the cover, if you can see these images that it has on the cover, very fun to go through. You can see I've cut it up pretty good, but there's so much in here. And there's, I had to go through and read the whole thing first before I could cut it up, because it was just so much fun to see all these things in here. So that's a fun one. If you see that, pick it up. And then the other one is this 1908 Sears Roebuck catalog, and it is from, I think it was 1984. I still have the date in here somewhere. 50, 60, 71. 1971 that this book was made. I think I read that right. And the images in here are just so much fun. There's everything that Sears sold is in here, so there's all kinds of stuff. Keeping in mind that it's from, what did I say? 1908. They're going to have modern images in here. It's all going to be all this vintage stuff. And then towards the back is where they have the ladies' clothing. And look at all those gorgeous, those gorgeous images. Isn't that beautiful? And there's so many of them. Coats. And there's baby clothes and petticoats. How fun is that? So, yeah, if you find these, keep your eye out for them. They are wonderful. They're so much fun. They have so much in them. Okay, well, as I knock you all over the place, thank you so much for watching my video. Please comment below. Anything good, bad, whatever comments you have to say, any advice, any suggestions. Here, look at the paper turtle while we're talking. And I'm going to link my Etsy shop down below. It's called the Paper Turtle Shop. I don't have too much in it right at the moment, but please favorite it and keep an eye on it because I'm going to be putting stuff in there. I have tons of lace. I have tons of buttons. I have all kinds of stuff that I'm going to get in there as soon as I have time to get it all together and get it up there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you liked my journal. And I will be doing more videos. I will be doing some craft with me's. I'll be doing maybe some scrapbooking at some point in time. And I will also be doing some hauls because one of my very favorite things to do is go to estate sales and thrift shops and gather up all the materials to make these beautiful books. And so I will be doing some haul videos at some point in the not too distant future. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya.